Good evening, everybody. I hope everybody's doing well. I jumped on for a little bit of live readings and activations. I hope everybody is ready to get a few readings. Let's see what goes on, and let's see who's got some questions. Takes a few minutes for everybody to pop on in, but let's shuffle a few cards. We'll get the decks ready. Let's get the ground rules together in a few minutes here. I'm going to be on for probably about an hour. We're going to answer questions. I'm going to do one question per person. Uh, just ask that you like, follow, share, and subscribe if you do have a question answered. And at the same time, just ask your questions single time. That's all that are needed. So let's see who's going to come on board while I shuffle the decks. Let's see what decks are being called for today. I always have a zillion decks. Let's see if maybe we'll bring out a new deck I haven't pulled out in a while. Let's see what gets called. Welcome everybody who is just jumping on board. I am doing live readings and activations today. I'm going to see if I can go through my little deck here, maybe pull out a few cards that I haven't pulled out in a while. I think I'm going to pull out one of my more complex decks as well. I haven't done that in a while. I think I'm going to bring out that one. And sometimes I have to look at the book on that one, but usually I don't. So welcome everybody. Good evening, Sunil. How are you today? Sunil, I've got a card for you. I'm pulling it out of a special deck. And for you is heighten your vitality. It's a beautiful deck. It's one I haven't pulled out in a while. This is Nature's Whispers. And you see all of that beautiful light, the rainbow and the globe that's in there. That globe is what's inside your heart right now. And Spirit is saying it's time for you to connect in, Sunil. And for you, you need to allow that light to really shine within you. Allow it to connect in. I hope that card really resonates with you. I haven't pulled this deck out in a while. I felt it needed to come out, heighten that vitality, get back to where you were meant to be. And Chrissy, let's see what we have for you. I am going to pull this deck here. And just remember, everybody, please like, follow, share, and subscribe. For you, Chrissy, it's time for you to go into self-exploration. It's time for you to peel off your mask. It's time for you to know who you truly are outside of every story that you've told about yourself, everybody else's story that they told about you. It's time to rip that mask off and get to know yourself. Meditation time for you. Hope that makes sense. And Chills. Let's see what we have for you, Chills. I feel for you, it's an energy card. Just remember to please like, follow, share, and subscribe. So for you, Chills, Spirit is saying it's the angel of strength. Something's coming up that you're going to need a lot of strength. You might be going through it right now, but Spirit says you have the strength. You just have to find it within yourself. I hope that makes sense. And please do make sure for everybody who has gotten a card that you are liking, following, sharing, and subscribing. I'm going to pull out a few decks I haven't pulled out in a while. So let's see what else we've got. I'm going to pull another one from Nature's Whispers today. This will be for Kathy. So make sure you are liking, following, sharing, and subscribing. Let's really slam that subscribe and follow button. Let's see what we got for you, Kathy. Sometimes this deck wants to give me a card, sometimes it doesn't. It tried to knock me the whole deck. Let's see if I can get you just a single card. No, Spirit, I said one card. I'm not doing five. Give me one card, otherwise I'm picking a card. Sometimes this deck makes me pick. All right, I'm picking a card. And for you, you got two cards. Spirit is saying to you, there is a potential opportunity coming in through you. This is coming in through your heart space. You notice the heart space on here. This is a communication that's coming in, and you notice that right here, that's like the head's coming in from the crown, but it looks like a heart. And Spirit saying, for you, when you get this, make sure you're in service. Make sure it's in service to people, to helping people. This is all for you. Kathy Clemens. Hope that makes sense. And let's see who else we have today. We're going on a little bit later than I usually do. I usually do about 8, but I've had a lot of things going on, working on my own healing, and so sometimes I get a little bit of a late start. Uh, might pull out the Angel of Atlantis too. Let's see if they want to. Atlantis has been coming through quite a bit this last week or so, so I might pull out some Angels of Atlantis cards. So with that, let's see who else is coming on board. Anybody has any questions? Make sure that you are, asking politely. Make sure you're also at the same time uh, liking, following, sharing, and subscribing. If you're looking for your own personal reading or healing, you are more than welcome to reach out to me at silverfoxspiritual@gmail.com, in which case I'll send you my current price list. It's also on the pinned comments with all the services. So so, Julie, is Daryl who you're meant to be with? Well, so that's a great question, and you really have to feel into it for yourself because no card's going to tell you. Only your heart will, but you have to find it in your heart space and ask your heart space. Card is telling you ask again. Why? Because you need to ask your own heart who it is that you're meant to be with, because you don't ask your brain. Feel it in your heart. Feel it in the deepest portion of your heart, and ask yourself that question, and then tell me what the answer is. And hello, Phil. How are you today? Happy Wednesday. So if you feel he is, then he is, and go with it. Go with your heart. Your heart tells you everything you need to know. And for you, Phil, you're still working on, you need some grounding here. Uh, you're not feeling safe. There's a lot of hostility around you. What's going on in your energy? You need to clear this and ground it. So let's see who's next. And you're welcome, Julie. Just make sure you are liking, following, sharing, and subscribing. If everybody's subscribed already, go ahead and share. It's okay. We don't mind that if you go ahead and share a little bit because that's kind of how we get made. I'm going to put my little so you know how to email me for those who are watching on the big screen. And so with that, please do like, follow, share, and subscribe. If anybody is looking for their own personal reading, please do reach out. And so who will be next up? Pros, let's see what the Angels of Atlantis want to say for you. I haven't pulled this deck out in so long, but Atlantis has been coming up a lot. And for you, you're getting Metatron wisdom, right? Metatron, while I'm not a big angel fan, Metatron was the divine wisdom. And Spirit is saying you're getting those downloads of divine wisdom. However, you're blocking it right now. You need to allow this to come in. You got to stop blocking it. See how that head is all just filled with stone? Get that stone out of your head and allow the messages to come through for yourself. And keep cool. Let's see what we have today. And just remember, everybody, please do like, follow, share, and subscribe. And should you change course with your new business, Spirit saying for sure and right. Yeah, you need to make a pivot, whatever that pivot is. You already know what it is. And Linda, you keep on asking about your VA benefits. What's going on with that? Well, you probably don't believe it. And Spirit's telling you to stop asking because you're focusing so much, you're never going to get it. You're going to keep pushing it away. And Savannah, does Aubrey miss you? Well, Savannah, who cares, right? And why do we say that? Because the more you're pulling on Aubrey's energy, the more that you're pushing it away. And so let's see what we have here. Spirit does Aubrey miss her. And Spirit saying exactly what I told you. I didn't even need to pull a card, never do. Get out of that energy of lack. So, Bobby, will you raise enough energy and money to help in Syria the way that you hope to? Well, unfortunately, that's way outside of your control. But let's see what's going on. Let's see what messages your higher self wants to say about that. And Spirit's saying, change a bad habit for you. Get out of that energy. Speak up for what you want to say, but speak up the proper way. I feel that this whole pushing on the Syria thing, this is not for you to solve. This is for somebody else to solve. For you, you need to solve your own self, and this is a distraction for you. I know it's not what you wanted to hear, but that's what Spirit wanted to tell me. Sorry about that, sweetest flower. Sometimes shit comes through from spirit that just comes through, and I just allow it to flow as it's meant to. Um, so let's see what else we have coming through. Make sure you are liking, following, sharing, and subscribing. Bonnie, will you get a new physician coding job this summer? Wow, that's a tough one, dealing with all that coding. You must love numbers and know. I have a friend that does that. That's a tough job. Believe it, you will get that job. Redhead snap. So yes, it's coming in the offing. Just believe that you're going to get it. And so let's see who else we have joining right now. And just remember, please do like, follow, share, and subscribe. Let's see what we have. So, Spirit, what do you got going on here for us? Will you find a new job, Donna? Let's ask Spirit. Will you find it? Do you want a new job, or are you worried? For you, yes, you will find a new job. So just remember to like, follow, share, and subscribe. Uh, Welcome to everybody who is just joining. We only have a few rules here. The first rule is we ask our question once and only once. Don't ask the same question over and over again, or lest you be muted. And the second thing is we like, follow, share, and subscribe so we can get to that 5,000 subscribers. And if you are looking for your own personal reading, let's get connected and reach out through silverfoxspiritual@gmail.com. They range from $10 to $60. So let's see who is next up for a question. Please put your question into the chat window. And let's see what we have. And welcome to everybody who is just new to this channel. Why shuffle a few decks here? Let's see what's going on. Give everybody a few seconds. A little slow tonight. I think this whole week has been slow. I've been working personally on my own healing, so everything moves a little bit slower as I do my own stuff. So with that, do we have any more questions that want to be answered? If not, maybe I'll pull a collective card. Spirit, what do you want the collective to know right now while we're waiting for a question to come in from the viewers? And you're welcome, Rosario Donna. See what we have, Spirit. Let's see. All right. So Spirit is saying for the collective, trust your own understanding. And why do we say that, right? If you notice that we're going to pull this card all the way up, right? Look how beautiful that card is, right? You see all the colors and everything that's encompassed in that cornucopia. And Spirit is saying that you know all the answers. Everything is seen from your perspective. So you have to trust your own understanding, not always have to trust somebody else because you don't need anything external. It's all from you. And so Mina Shah, let's see what we have for you today. Mina Shah, we got a lot of cards for you, but I'm only going to do the one that popped up because that's just too many. Spirit is saying for you, you're still hanging around a lot of drama mamas and toxic people. Get into some frequency music. Start working on your healing, but allow the music to help you heal. It's going to be a good conduit from you. I hope that helps you, Mina. And please make sure you are liking, subscribing, and sharing. So, Brian, you're dreaming recently and you have no body, just an essence. No, you're traveling in spirit. That's all. Allow for whatever experience comes through. Just make sure that as you are in spirit, you see and experience what you're meant to experience and allow for that. I hope that helps you. And Mary, when will you meet the man you want to marry? Well, you know what comes next, right? This is anybody who's been to this channel knows first thing we find out is why aren't you meeting that person, right? And the reason you're not meeting that person is because there's something that you have yet to heal in yourself. So let's see what it is. Wow, Spirit tossed that out at me. Oh my God, it tossed it. You're too guarded, Mary. You gotta open your heart Till you're ready to open up your heart, you ain't going to find anybody because you're too aloof. You're never letting anybody in your heart, and because you're like a big box. Spirit showing me it's like a big gun safe, and there's nothing that's getting through there. Atomic bomb couldn't blow through there. It's time for you to open up your heart. It's time for you to really get in there and allow yourself to be vulnerable. Because if you're not, you're never going to get married. It's a choice. It's up to you, Mary. Not what you wanted to hear, but it's what you need to hear. If you're ready to open up your heart, I do have a ton of heart opening healings over at Silver Fox Spiritual on YouTube, and they're for free. Everything hurts to open up, but guess what? You either choose to feel or choose to stay on the hamster wheel. Which one it is? It's your choice. Nobody can make that choice for you but you. You have to choose. And Nellie, will D and you make it after last night's talk? Well, congratulations for you guys for actually talking. That's an amazing first step. I'm gonna feel into which deck is gonna get the answer for you on this. Um, and let's see what that is, Ralph. But kudos for actually having a conversation. So for you, there's some third party interference going on. Um, there's a lot of magnetic attraction, but the connection is divinely fated. It's a twin flame, which could mean that this is a handler. So you have to just allow for this to go through. You have to feel within your heart what's really happening on this one. But there is a lot of interference going on. Hope that makes sense to you. For Who was that right above Brian? I gotta just pull my screen up a little bit. Once it scrolls, it gets a little hard. So that's for you, Nellie. Um, so let's see who. Ralph, is your life about to get worse after losing your job? Of course it is, because you lost your job. But guess what? There's another one coming. Let's just see what's going on here. You have to believe that there's another one coming, and that's sometimes a yes or no. Spirit's saying take a chance, find that job, find the new job. There's a new job that's coming in. I hope that helped you. Just believe it. May take a little while though. Uh, don't expect it right away. Jamie, can you get a card? Yes, you can get a card. Let's see what we have. Spirit, I'm not taking a full deck again, but Jamie, the door to personal healing and happiness is there, but only not until you balance yourself. Um, you need to start listening to your own intuition. You're ignoring it. And Spirit's saying that you are allowing somebody to take your power away from you, and that's at your second chakra. It's a distortion within creativity or sexuality. You need to clear that up first. You need to find your balance. Go to Silver Fox Spiritual on YouTube and do some chakra healing, a full set. And let's see who else we have here. So Lily Brown would like a card. Let's see what we have for you. And for you, it's time for you to meditate. Lily Brown, Spirit is calling you. It's saying it's temple path time. Stop ignoring it. Get down, start meditating. Make it at least a 30-minute ritual. Big Daddy, let's see what we got for you, Big Daddy. And patience for you, Big Daddy. Divine timing's at play. Whatever you're waiting for is going to take some while. And Morty, is Rob regretful? Who cares? That's bad energy, and I'm going to explain to you why, Jessica. Because that's like telling somebody, "Hey, you made me the worst meal in this world," and you want them to feel horrible about it when they tried, right? You need to work on yourself, and you let Rob work on himself. The two of you can't be there. If you're in the tit for tat, that's passive aggressive. Get out of that space. That energy is not for you. Heal what it is within yourself that makes you want to feel that regret for him. It's more vengeance. I don't. You need to clear that energy. Sorry, it's not what you want to hear, but it's what you need to hear. And Espo, will you have a financial breakthrough? Well, let's see what's going on in your energy, Espo. And for you, Espo, uh, you got to get rid of the anger first. You're holding on to your coins for dear life, and Spirit's saying it's time for you to just release that hold because that stranglehold is strangling everything. Um, Willie, let's see what we have for you. And just remember, everybody, please do like, follow, share, and subscribe. And Willow, only ask once. I don't answer when you ask 1,000 times. I'm going to give you this card, but you need to learn to be patient. And that's probably why you're waiting on it because you're not patient. And this is a contract on patience. I didn't even need to read the cards. I knew it. You need to learn patience. Spirit is saying the more impatient you are, the longer you're going to wait. So don't play uh, chicken with spirit because spirit's got all the cards in their place. You're not going to outwin this one. You need to learn patience. Sorry. Dixie Duke, love card. Let's see what we have. And for everybody else here, please do like, follow, share, and subscribe. Make sure that you are indeed clicking that subscribe button and make sure you're patient. Allow for the answers to come through. Not everybody is going to get a card. We get a lot of people at this time of the day. And so I try to get to as many people as possible, but people who ask over and over again just get muted. And sometimes they get lashed out too. So let's see, Dixie Duke, let's see what we have for you for love, spirit. What do you want for Dixie? That flew to the ground. And so for you, it's a text message. Somebody's been trying to send you messages, but they keep on deleting it. It's probably an ex that wants to say something to you, but they're not ready to. Just let that energy go. You're probably pulling on their energy a lot. And Jersey, Susie, what part of Jersey? What exit, as they say in Jersey? Let's see what we have for you. Let's see what we have. So for you, Jersey Willow, we have who's that Jersey? I'm sorry, I missed. My screen is moving way too fast. I'm going to see if I can make it bigger so I can see more people. This is why I have it. So Jersey Susie, for you, you got to clear up this stuck energy in your house. You got to open the windows, sage the shit out of it. Start working on your financial goals. Make a list because you're stuck right now. It'll happen, but not until you clear the energy. Go to my Silver Fox Spiritual. That's on YouTube, and you'll look for some stuck energy healings. You need to listen to a few of those. I hope that makes sense. And Michael Griss, let's see what we have for you. And for you, Michael Griss, you have a past life connection with somebody. It's a big, heavy influence. Spirit saying it's time for you to feel into this. Either take it to its full effect or let it go. But it's keeping you stuck. And let's see what we have here for Pete. Spirit saying, yeah, the promotion's coming at one point. Just be patient. And Morty, I'm not exactly sure what you're saying here. Can you please explain it a little bit more? You're not making sense in your comment. And how are you doing, Des? I got a special card for you, sweetheart. I got my little deck here. Let's give me a card for Des. And card I've got for you, Des, is Higher Ground. Des, it's time for you to take that higher ground. I don't care what other games everybody else is playing. Look at that beautiful rose. Make sure you're taking the higher ground on this. Don't allow them to pull you down to the ground. Look how beautiful it is up there. And so, Morty, it's not about whether you get a positive message or not. You're going to get the message that you need. Sometimes it's positive, sometimes it's negative. I'm going to give you a message from your higher self because it seems like you're not really listening to your higher self. And so let's get you something that's from your higher self. Inspiration or not, it's what you're going to need to hear in this now moment. And for you, don't dwell on what might be on the other side of the closed door. You're so focused on the closed doors, what your higher self is, that you're missing every other opportunity that's on the other side of another door. So stop staring at the door that's closed, stare at the door that's open. That's your message. The one you didn't want to hear, but the one you needed to hear. Um, so So Kia, when will you meet your life partner? And everybody who comes to this channel knows what that means. This is the hot seat. Let's see why you're not meeting your destined partner. And wow, Spirit just threw out a whole cadre of reasons why you're not. And the reason is because you're all over the place here, sweetheart. Problem is that you're up, you're down, you're left, you're right, right? You don't know whether, well, this person's not my type. Oh, I'm gonna have to really rush this because I really want to get married. But oh my God, I don't want to get committed, so maybe I better not talk again. And then we go back around the loop over and over and over again, trying to pick the spirit. It's like I'm seeing this like a Ferris wheel, and this wheel is just spinning around like this, juggling for everything that you're doing because you're so afraid of love, so afraid of getting hurt, so afraid of connecting that you're not allowing it to happen. It's time to heal, time to feel, time to really get off that hamster wheel. It's time for you to work on self-love and allow your heart to crack open because you deserve that love. The love is meant for you, but you don't feel you're deserving of it. So you find every excuse in the book, every trick in the book to distract yourself from healing so that you can get that love. So go to my Silver Fox Spiritual. Make sure that you are in that place because love wants you to be there. You just need to need to choose to get there. I hope that helps you. And let's see where we are here. Sorry about that. Spirit was really rambling me today. Uh, so bear with me. And that was for Sokia. And Roseanne Bree. Wow, triplets. I'd like to retire soon too. I'd like to know that answer. I'm not going to be able to tell you when you're going to be able to retire, but I can tell you what's going on in the energy. For you, the door to spirit is opening. Spirit saying connect to yourself. You're going to get that answer from inside yourself when you truly decide to listen to yourself. Meditate, meditate, meditate. And will Kyle and you get back together, Lynn Norris? Well, let's see. And just remember, everybody, please do like, follow, share, and subscribe. I'm not seeing that subscriber uh, thing popping out, and I'm putting a lot of cards here out on the table. So I expect somebody to hit that subscribe button and share. So for you, anything is possible. Most likely no, because we're getting two no's and a wrong. There's always a possibility, but it's not likely because the energies aren't correct. Release that person and start moving on to what you're truly meant for. And so, like I said, make sure we're hitting that like button. I want to see that like button be slammed. And at the same time, thank you, Des. This is why Des is my favorite person. She likes everything. She follows everything. She is such a kind person. I love her to death. And so if anybody is interested in a full reading, not just this few quips, a few channels from Spirit, you can reach out to me at silverfoxspiritual@gmail.com. And that's where I do my personal readings. Personal readings are generally done on Thursdays and Sundays. So tomorrow's a great day to book a personal reading. They range from $10 to $60. And the $60 read is done through Zoom, a little over 30 minutes plus a light language healing to help clear out whatever is in stuck energy within you that we discover through the reading. So with that, let's see who else has a question here. And make sure you are really liking, following, sharing, subscribing. I thank for everybody who is only asking their question once. This has made it such a pleasure. I used to get like 1,000 people coming in, always just talking over each other, not waiting for their answer to come in. And you people have been an absolute godsend pleasure. Thank you so much. So with that, let's see who else has a question for today. And while we're waiting, I might set up a quick pick a pile for those who might just want a yes or no answer. And I'm going to put up 3 cards, allow us to tune into our own intuition, because guess what? And so if you have a question, just hold it for a few seconds while I allow everybody to get a reading through our pick a pile, because in this channel, we work on developing our own skills of intuition because we all have it. So what we're going to do is we're going to choose between 3 cards. It's going to be a definitive yes or a no answer. There will be no ambiguity to it. And you're going to ask yourself a question that requires a yes or no answer. You have red, green, and yellow. You pick the the question in your head, then pick the color that pops out. You do not second guess your intuition. You trust and allow. So with that, uh, Phoebe, you can answer your own question right here. So let's start answering your question. Which one is it going to be? Red, green, or yellow? And so I'm waiting for everybody to put their answers in the box here. I'm going to give everybody about 10 seconds. You can also slam that like, follow, share, and subscribe button as well. And I'm going to make my own choice too. And I'm going to count 3 more seconds here, and then we're going to do our reveals. So is everybody ready? We're all excited. Make sure we're slamming those likes and make sure we're slamming that follow button, the subscribe button. Make sure your notifications are on, and let's get our answers. And for everybody who is just joining, we have red, green, and yellow. Pick the card that corresponds to a yes or no question that you have in your head. Do not second guess yourself. So first reveal is the red pile. So if you've chosen red pile, it's a big yes. Make a splash, deep dive, flowing easily into your life. So Spirit's giving you the go ahead on this one, definitive go ahead. If you get the green pile, it's a huge yes. Your eyes are fully open, seeing what's possible. You're starting to trust yourself. And for those of you who picked the yellow pile, we have a no. Not ready to get started. Plans aren't fully formed. So you need to really rethink whatever you're asking about here on the yellow pile. So please make sure you are slamming that like, follow, share, and subscribe button. Make sure that if you are looking for your own reading, to reach out. I also do personal healings as well. All my price lists are in my pinned comments. They range from $10 to $60, and I do them mostly on Thursdays and Sundays. So tomorrow's a good day. And so with that, let's rock and roll and let's get on to some questions here. So let's see who else has a question that we just didn't answer in this last round of yes or no, because the answer you get from yourself is always the best answer. And why is that? Because it comes from you. You only know you better than anybody else. No card reader can tell you what the energies are in you. So with that, let's see who has a question. Give a few seconds for some people to jump on. If we don't have any, then maybe I'll close out early tonight. But let's see what we got. Please do make sure we are liking, following, sharing, and subscribing. So Spirit, what do we want the collective to know? I think I want to pull a collective love card. I think love has been coming through a lot. I've also been getting Atlantis codes coming through a lot. And Susan, will Eugene come back to you? Spirit's saying there's a new beginning, a new adventure waits, but it's probably not with Eugene. You want something better. You know you have something better. Get off of that energy with Eugene. So I hope that helps you. And Spirit, let's see what the angels of Atlantis want to tell us. Now, I'm not an angel person. For anybody who follows my channel, I'm all about connecting to self. Angels, guides, it's just a distraction. It's just nonsense. Get out of that hierarchy and get into connecting to self. But the energies right now are for Jophiel, right? And for anybody who knows about angels, and I don't, Joe feels about forgiveness, right? And so when we talk about forgiveness, it's not forgiveness for anything that anybody's done to us. It's forgiveness for our own choices because we choose. We keep on choosing. We keep on manifesting. We keep on creating. That's why there's that big golden orb above her head because she's creating everything. And sometimes she creates things that aren't really what she truly wanted. And then she's upset. But we have to own our own choices and forgive ourselves for choosing what may not have seemed the right thing to choose at that now moment. But guess what? We have the next now moment to change that choice and heal. I hope that makes sense. With that, please do like, follow, share, and subscribe. Let me know if we have any more questions here. That was a collective message, a message of forgiveness for self. Nobody else but self. So what else do we have, everybody? Please do like, follow, share, and subscribe. Who is next up on the question pile? Put your question into the comment. And if it does get answered, please do like, follow, share, and subscribe. And while I'm waiting, we'll do a commercial too. So Thursdays and Sundays, I do a lot of my full readings and full healings. If you are interested in your own personal experience with either a reading or a healing, please reach out at silverfoxspiritual@gmail.com. My price list is on the pinned comments, and it ranges from $10 to $60 depending upon what you're looking for. So Peter wants to know what will happen in the court case against your ex. Well, I can tell you exactly what's going to happen. Somebody's going to pay money, mostly to the lawyers. So that's what always happens in a court case. Somebody owes somebody else money. Now, what's with the energies? Too many energies. Spirit's saying that there's a lot of deceit going on inside of this court case. Make sure you're on the right side of truth. Do not wear the veil of deceit. And Amy Tidwell, will Robbie and you reconcile? Standard answer is bump, bump, bump. If anybody wants to answer it from the comments, I'll answer it anyway. We don't care. And why don't we care, Amy? Because you got to stop tugging at that energy cord, because the more you tug at it, the more you push it away. Spirit's saying it'll happen when it's ready to happen, but you got to let go of that energy first. The more you hold on to it, the more you push it away. Well, Peter, if lawyers aren't involved, then somebody's paying. One of you two is going to pay. Let's see. Is Peter going to be the payer? Let's find out. We'll have some fun with this, Peter. But at least you didn't have lawyers involved. I bet you two lawyers, right? It'd be too funny. Spirit's saying you're going to be paying a lot, so enjoy. All right, let's see what else we got going on. Yeah, court cases never went well for anybody. So let's see who else we got. Please do like, follow, share, and subscribe, and make sure that everybody has it. So Maria, does Brian miss you? Again, I'm going to give the same answer. Who cares? Why do you care if Brian misses you? If you're not together, then let that energy go. Brian missing you is a lack energy. Do you want to be in a lack energy? Spirit's saying for you, most likely he does, but if he really wanted to be with you, he would. Get out of the lack energy. Know that you're worthy of something better. If that person really wanted to be with you, they would. Don't hold on to things that don't serve you, because all it does is keep us stuck. But that's a choice. We're allowed to live with whatever choices we have. And so let's see what else comes through. Probably going to be on for about another 10 minutes or so, depending upon who's putting some questions in here. Make sure you are liking, following, sharing, and subscribing. A little dry mouth. I should have brought some water with me to this live, but I'll get some at another time. So I'll just cut the live a little bit short, I think, today. But let's see who has any more questions. Maybe we'll do a timing pick a pile too. I haven't done one of those in a while. It's always kind of fun to find out when things are going to happen. And remember, with timing, it's fluid. It always happens in the now and it changes in the now. So no matter how probable a timeline is, Peter, you only get one question, but you can ask that in the timing question. You'll get the answer yourself. So I'm going to put out 3 sets of cards here. Okay. And this is allow you to tune into your own intuition, because it's more powerful when you actually get your answer from yourself, not waiting on somebody who you perceive as more spiritual than you. And where nobody is. And we're just, people just like the rest of you. And we just tune into our intuition a little bit more. But you have the same capability to do the same thing. You just have to allow and trust yourself. So what we're going to do is we're all going to dig deep into ourselves and ask a question that requires timing. When will something happen? And we're going to pick green, yellow, or red. And so you're going to put your answer into the comments of when, whatever it is that you're asking, when is it going to happen? So pick your pick your question, let yourself answer that question. Don't second guess yourself, and let's see what the answer is. We have some fun pick-a-piles today. We'll call this Pick-a-Pile Wednesday. So everybody, put your answer in here. I'm going to pick mine as well in a second. Okay, has everybody got their answer locked in? I'm going to give all the new people jumping on a chance to pick a pile, get your own answer on timing. When will something happen? Ask the question in your head and then let yourself respond. Do not second guess it. So take a deep breath, breathe into that question, get your answer, put your answer into the comments so that we can lock it in. And so with that, let's get to our answers. Everybody ready? Let's slam those hearts a little bit and let's get some likes, follows, shares, and subscribes. And for those of you who chose the green pile this year, so it's very possible whatever you're asking for is going to happen this year. For those of you who picked the yellow pile, tomorrow, it's very likely tomorrow or somewhere around tomorrow, because remember, timing is fluid. It always happens in the now, and every time you make a choice in the now, timelines can change. So don't lock yourself into an expectation, just allow. And for those of you who picked the red pile, it's going to happen next month. So a lot of good things coming through. Everybody's going to get some satisfaction here. It's just when, right? And so let's allow for what's meant to happen, and we'll go from there. Please do like, follow, share, and subscribe. If you're looking for your own personal reading or healing or activation, please reach out to me at silverfoxspiritual@gmail.com. That's where my main email address. It's the best way to contact me. A lot of scammers out there been trying to put up some fake sites of mine that they even take my videos. But at the end, you always see my email address is on there, Silver Fox Spiritual. That's the one I answer to. That's the best way to contact me. I will never reach out to you unless you're a previous client and we've already had a relationship. All right. So with that, let's see who else has a question. And if we don't, I might cut off a tiny bit early because I did not bring myself a glass of water. And a lot of this eats up a lot of energy, and sometimes I need a little bit of water. So let's see who else we have here. Do we have any questions? Please put it into the chat window while I move some decks around a little bit. Let's see if anybody has a question. Otherwise, I'm going to start my commercials and we'll start ending this live a little bit early today. Karen, do you want to have a nice time at the wedding? Let's see what the energies look like for you. Because a lot of will you have a nice time means you have to be open to having a nice time. The question is, are you open for that? And so let's see. Is Karen open to having a nice time at the wedding? Spirit, tell me what's going on. Spirit saying for you, you've got to experience the magic of life, which means you need to have a ritual to allow you to have that. So if you want that magic, you have to find the magic in yourself. You can't look to the wedding to actually create that magic for you. And Rihanna, will you ever meet a nice man? Well, you just put yourself onto the firing line today, because everybody knows on this channel when you ask about will you meet a man or a woman, we have to find out why it is that you're not. What is it inside of yourself that needs healing? Because we work on ourselves here. We don't work on anybody else. It doesn't work. And for you, your problem is you stop believing in love. Let yourself heal. You need to heal yourself. You need to find self-love for you. Once you find your love for yourself, then love is going to come here. But right now, you've put yourself into this really dark corner. You see that dark corner right there? You're like, love is never going to find me. Love is never going to find me. Love is never going to find me. I keep on hearing your subconscious say this over. Yep, it's Taylor Swift. It's me, the problem anti-hero. And so what you need to do is you need to work on how do you solve that, right? You solve it by self-love. For you, your best thing that I'm hearing right now is find worthiness within yourself, find yourself worthy of love, and get that love that you didn't feel you got when you were younger, and give it to yourself. Go to my Silver Fox Spiritual. Inner child healing is huge for you. There's a lot of free ones on there, some subliminals, some light language healings. Go there, Silver Fox Spiritual on YouTube. Trust me, this will be transformational, but don't expect it to happen overnight, and be prepared to cry. And user 8924. And if you find that, Rihanna, if you find that those healings started to help you start to feel emotions well up, then look at getting a one-on-one where we can really dig deep and find out where your codes are that need to be cleared, so we can get those contracts cleared and you can find that love that you deserve. So user, you feel like your life is a dark path. Why? Will it change? It will change when you choose to change, user, because right now you got a lot of bad habits, and Spirit's saying you're using these bad habits as a crux, right? You're distracting yourself. Every distraction. Oh, it's like a goldfish. I'm hearing it's like a goldfish in a bowl. You go to the other side of the bowl, kind of like dory fish. You go bloop, and then you forget what you were doing because you distracted yourself from feeling what you really need to feel and release and heal. You need to get in and face yourself, stare at yourself in the mirror, just like this woman is, with all that crap all over her face. Doesn't really matter. You need to face it. You need to rip that mask off, and you need to feel. When you're ready to feel, you will. Your life will change, but you need to choose. Healing is a choice. It is not something that's going to happen automatically. I hope that helps you, user. It's not the best message in the world, but it's the message you need. So with that, please do make sure you are liking, following, sharing, and subscribing. And let's see if we have any more people that do have some questions. Otherwise, I'm going to cut it a little short here because I am starting to get a little bit of dry mouth because I've been ranting and raving and channeling for a little while here, and sometimes it gets a little bit parched. So, Sadi, why are you asking the cards if you're doing well at your job? Should you not know that you're doing well at your job? Let's see what the energies are showing me here. Actually, it's not the card deck, Spirit's saying. Which deck is it? Uh, so Sadi, let's see what's going on with your energies. For you, Sadi, your dreams are giving you some insight into what's going on with your job right now. Peer into those dreams right now. Indulge with care, enjoy forever. So Spirit's saying it's time to indulge yourself into something you're holding back on. That's going to help you. Pay attention to your dreams. Don't worry about your job. Pay attention to you. And with that, please do like, follow, share, and subscribe. For those of you who are looking for your own personal reading, get a little bit deeper than me ranting and raving for 30 seconds or less. And I do my readings on Thursdays and Sundays. Tomorrow is Thursday, so it is a good day if you would like to book a reading to go ahead and send me a note for tomorrow. Readings run between $10 and $60. Healings run between $10 and $60. You can reach me at silverfoxspiritual@gmail.com. And yes, Brenda Lee, you may have a card. And just make sure your notifications are on, everybody, because that's how you know when I go live. And for those of you who are looking for some mediumship messages, I'm going to probably do another live with my friend Susan. We had a lot of fun. It was a little bit slower paced than it is usually here, which is kind of nice. I like to be able to take a break and not rant and rave so much. She brings a little bit gentler energy to this to the live. But I think we're going to do another one probably this weekend. So just make sure you have your notifications on. And for you, Brenda, you got to get rid of this hostility around love. Your heart is still broken. You're still angry. It's time for you to release this. It's been going on for a while now here. Time for you to let it go. 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 So hopefully that helps. And with that, please do like, follow, share, and subscribe. Yeah, I think I remember. I remember you said that, Brenda. But it's time to let it go. It's holding you. It's holding you back. It's time for you to forgive. It's time for you to release. It's time for you to allow what's the next chapter in your life to come through. Can't say that I could tell you how to do it. That's something you have to find in yourself. But you're going to stay stuck. And go to my Silver Fox Spiritual. I have a lot for grief. It can help you release some of it. And Colette, yes, you may have a card. Let's see what we have for you, Colette. Colette, you got some anger going on too. What's going on with your anger? Why is that coming out? I just shuffled that deck and that card flew straight out. Let me know what's going on here. Time for you to release the anger. Colette, it's you're walking away from somebody, or you should be walking away, one of the two. And with that, please like, follow, share, and subscribe. For anybody who is interested in your own personal reading, please do reach out. I think I'm going to call it an evening for tonight. I'd like to thank everybody who came, who was super polite today. I absolutely love this audience that I've been getting, where I'm not getting spammed with the same question 1,000 times. This has been absolute joy for me. Uh, Make sure your notifications are on, because for those of you who do want mediumship messages, I don't do them, but my friend does, and so I'm going to probably bring her on board, and she'd probably help out on a couple of those. I'll do it like once every couple of weeks, give it a little bit of softer side to this show. I want to help her get her business moving too as well. So with that, do like, follow, share, and subscribe. And if you are looking for your own reading, tomorrow's the day, because I am doing readings all day tomorrow. And reach out at silverfoxspiritual@gmail.com. Thursdays and Sundays of the day. Always visit my healing channel, Silver Fox Spiritual, on YouTube. This is where I have all my light language activations and healings. I have over 500 of them for free, no charge. But if you like them and you find that they've been helpful, donations are great. And at the same point, you can actually get your own personal one, where you're going to get the codes that are not just for the collective, but for yourself. They can truly be transformational when you feel really stuck in many areas, both physically and spiritually. So with that, have a great day. Silver Fox Spiritual on YouTube, Silver Fox Spiritual on Insta, Readings by Silver Fox Spiritual on YouTube, and of course TikTok, the premier live area here, Silver Fox Spiritual, where I always go live. Have a great day, everybody, and I look forward to seeing you guys at each morning read. Cheers.